So we got an overview of Clay, how the workbooks work, and how the Clay system is organized. We got an overview of the formulas feature that you can use in Clay completely for free for deterministic value finding. And then we got an overview of waterfall enrichment, which is one of the most important enrichments in Clay to find contact details. The next one is also super important because we use it in every campaign that we have to run, and that's use AI enrichment. So we can always go to the enrichment panel to find all the enrichments that are available by Clay. For example, you see here it takes 9 credit to find company revenue. And of course, each and every enrichment has its own set of inputs that you have to give them. But one of the most interesting one is use AI, where you actually prompt Clay AI to give you certain kind of information, and then the Clay AI acts as a web researcher or acts as a copywriter to do the job for you. So we can go through an example for this. So there are two ways to use this. One is, of course, you can use their existing given AI models, which are like Aragon, Clay Navigator, and Clay very well explains each and every model what they are best at doing. Or you can use the Chat GPT, OpenAI model, or Cloud model, or also Gemini models to do the job. But one more interesting part about this is that, as you can see, each model takes its own credit, but the credits are only taken by Clay if you're using their model, Clay managed OpenAI account. So if you're using your own API key, which you can set up here from manage account, then you just have to set up your own key. It's very straightforward, and then you will be charged directly from the OpenAI platform, and Clay won't charge you any credits then. Now, how the prompt looks like. So I will just show you an example prompt here. And this is what the prompt looks like. So this is a very detailed prompt where we can explain each and every step that we want the Clay AI to perform. For example, let's take a scenario that we want to find all the enterprise companies that are working in the industry of sustainability. Now, to be able to find the right match, because we are selling some sustainability solution. Now, I want to make sure I'm contacting those enterprise companies that are actually publishing reports about sustainability and they're talking about it online. So, what I will do is I will open Clay AI enrichment and I will give step by step instruction to the AI that, okay, for each company, go to their website, learn about their sustainability efforts, go to their LinkedIn, learn about their sustainability efforts, and bring me all of that information back and put it here on Clay so that I can reference that information to write my final email message, because that's what I want to target. Now, for every within this prompt, you can reference columns. For example, here I referenced a column for LinkedIn URL for their website, and the more I will give it, the better it will be able to research about those companies and bring me the information that I need. So I have to be very clear about, this is the information you have and this is the information I need from your research. So the more specific you are, the better it is, just like any prompt that you give to an AI. And of course, I didn't write this whole long prompt myself. Clay gives you a very cool feature called meta prompter. So when you can just write like in a couple of paragraphs what you want, the more specific the better. Then you can click on this generate, which will just take your existing prompt. Right now it's a huge prompt, that's why it's taking the whole prompt, and you click on generate. Now Clay meta prompter will generate the whole prompt for you step by step, which is also good for you to reference and see. So it's always recommended to go through the whole prompt one more time once Clay has generated, and accept it or like regenerate it. This is already generated by AI, so I'm not changing anything. Once your prompt is complete, then comes the next step, which is in what format do you want your results in. So your results will be coming in a specific JSON style format. I will show you that also. But this is very important. Otherwise, if the results are coming messed up in text form, then how will you just process those JSON text into JSON again? So it's rather better to tell the AI, give me the results in this form. So this is the feature that I use: JSON schema generate from prompt. So it takes the prompt, it understands what we want, like as a result. So I'm saying I need this evidence summary, relevance score, evidence URLs, and I give them examples. This is how I want the result in as an array. And I say generate from prompt. It just generates the whole structure of JSON that we want the result in. And then we are done. How it looks like, I will show you right now. Then there's one last thing, which is we already discussed, is formulas. We don't want to run, maybe for whatever reason, for each and every row. So always put a formula. Say, okay, just run for rows where this value is this and that value is that. That way you save your credits. So it's always a good practice to put a formula and run for the rows that you really need to, at the end of the day, write to those people, because each row is representing one prospect. So the final thing that I wanted to show you was the result, how it looks like. So these are responses, right? So if you click here, you see this is the format it is giving the data in. So this is an array and this is a value in the array, and so on and so forth. If you don't do that prompt JSON prompt, like how you want the results in, then this result will be all like it's like a long text JSON text here, and it won't come like this. It will just come like a one text which will have everything, and then it's just ugly, you don't want to process it. So it's always better to give the right format in which you want the result, because once you have a format like this, now if I double click this, or I can also add a column, then it just created a column and gave me all the values for each and every record, and it makes life so much easier.